Hi, welcome back to Wine Mastery. We are going to taste one of those classic wines. We're going to taste a Merlot immediately after this. So let me show you the bottle. Here it is, and the label. It's called Errazuriz.
That's as close as we're going to get.
Merlot. So we have tasted one about 2 years or 3 years ago, which was a Cabernet Sauvignon, I believe.
Yes.
What a memory.
You're better than me, John. Better than me.
Not that I looked up our records at all, but. So we gave that one 78, which is not a very high score. We said it was okay. But anyway, this one is £9, 900 pennies. So not expensive, but not dirt cheap. It's not sort of like, the 550, 650 sort of.
That's about an average price,
£6. It's another 50% on top. So there's a little bit to go out there. So I'm expecting a little bit more from it.
Okay.
Now this is a wine from Chile.
Chilean wines. We all know they are good value for money.
Yes. Well, normally they are.
Normally they are, yeah.
So let's hope this one is. Now, Merlot. We haven't tasted a Merlot for quite a while, have we?
No.
And what would you expect from a Merlot?
Merlot for me is the earth, the plum. There should be a richness in there. It should be quite soft and easy, but still full, if you know what I mean. Not a lot of fruit. It's more like plum, cherries. That'll be it.
That'd be it. So
for me, yeah, that is what I'll be looking for.
Does that mean it's not quite sophisticated?
I wouldn't say it's not sophisticated. I mean, one of my favourite wines of all time used to be a South African spice root Merlot. It's called. Unfortunately, I think did they dig up all the vines and put something else down? I can't remember the actual reason, but we couldn't get hold of it. But yeah, Merlot, a certain Merlot used to be one of my favourite wines. So I do like a Merlot.
Okay, well let's have a look at the colour, shall we?
Let's have a look at the colour.
Ah, indeed. So we're looking at the white background as John shows you there in that camera, and I am spotting just a little bit below the ring, just below the sort of. Well, I'm not sure, but it is sort of like a purple.
Yeah.
Just a little touch of purple there.
I am getting. You can almost just going from there to there. I can see that it's quite. For me, it's got that ruby, but like you said, there's a hint of purple ready to go there, which is fine. It's not a very dense colour. Do you know? You can see straight through there.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No,
because it looks very clean, very fresh.
Yeah.
Vibrant. Okay.
I love vibrant.
Oh, me too. Let's have a go at nose.
Cherry.
Yes, definitely cherry.
Definitely cherry.
I got a bit excited then. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm getting that on, the end of the nose thing, a bit of coffee in there, just as you stop kind of the smelling.
No, I wasn't getting that, and it's always the case that when someone says something and I now get it. You're wondering, well, am I really getting it, or is it just am I imagining it because it's been said?
It is that subjective thing, isn't it? Where people do that. Sometimes when you read in the description, you think, oh yeah, I can get that now.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like coffee. It's like coffee when it's you smell like you've poured the coffee out and the grounds are just left, and you just rather than a hot coffee. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it reminds me of having, because obviously we sell coffee in the shops. So we have coffee beans, so that would be not a hot coffee. I know. Just the beans as is.
In fact, sometimes I think the coffee I always quite often prefer the smell to the taste.
A lot of people do. A lot of people. I mean, when we grind the coffee in the shop, the shop smells wonderful for like the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I do like coffee, but.
I think sort of grinding is always good if you can get the aroma from that, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. I don't think we're a minute into this video, Charlie. Right, all right. Let's stick to...
Should we have a...
Oh, yes, I haven't even had a taste yet.
No, we have a taste, yeah. Now, the one thing that I think of with Merlot is soft, and that isn't particularly... There's quite a lot of tannin kick at the end there.
There is, at the end. I mean, I think I concentrated first on the kind of the flavours that it was giving, and I got that the cherry came through a little bit. just a little bit chocolatey, but not much. I'd expect more. But then, the tannins came and said, "Oh, what are you doing?" Kind of thing. It kind of upset the apple cart a little for me.
Exactly the same thing happened again. Now, I've forgotten you mentioned about chocolate. And as soon as you mentioned,
I don't know if it's or if it's there, and then suddenly somebody says it, and then you think you're finding it in there. I find when I do my tastings a lot, and I will say, you look around the room, because generally it's about 20, well, if it's in the shop, 25 people, and you'll say this, you'll watch people giving it the, and then when you say something, and it's like, yeah. It's nice. And that is my job, really.
Well, making people say it's nice.
Yeah, helping them find the flavours in there. But
discover the magic of wine.
Oh, because there is so much to discover, but that is a bit, I'm going to say, thin for a Merlot.
Yeah.
It's not...
I'm not sure, and I'm not sure whether it's thin or just slightly too tannic for me, which makes you think that maybe this would be better paired than actually just drinking on its own.
I think so. I think you need to pair that. Now, I'm not... It's okay. I don't think I can put it down. Not that I would anyway, but there's nothing inoffensive again about this. I wouldn't be embarrassed to serve it. But at £9, that is the top end of this kind of Chilean scale. If you look at a lot of Chilean wines that are...
Well, I've heard they go as much as £14.
Oh, have you now? Have you taken a visit to Chervik's? Fine wines and cheeses. we do so. But the entry level of a Chilean wine is usually quite low. So £9 isn't cheap.
No, for a Chilean wine. I mean, to be fair, if you would expect a French wine of this quality to be more.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, but that's French wines in general, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. One of those questions, isn't it? Would you go for another glass? I think I would. I don't think I'd deny. I don't think I'd say no.
Do you know what? If I was, where my mind when you said that was that if I was at dinner table and I had this glass, I'd taste. I think I want to get some food, and then do you know that?
I think the food would make a massive difference. So that just leads us perfectly onto what the pairing would be, and I've not.
That's what I was aiming for.
Oh, okay. You've done this too many times. Yeah. He's good. I have not even thought. So, do you want to go first?
Yeah. So, I said because of the tanniness of it, I would actually think that you could have some beef with this. You could have roast beef. You could even maybe have a steak if you didn't have any strong sauces on. I'm not sure if I'm going to go a little bit on an edge here, but maybe also you could go with some lamb.
Yeah, I think you take lamb easily.
Yeah,
easily. I'm looking for something. I'm thinking of something that's quite robust in one way, but you're thinking something that's not going to take too much away from that. And believe it or not, I'm going to say Red Leicester. I know it sounds.
Do you know what I thought you were going to say when you were building up to that?
Go on.
I thought you were going to say blue Stilton or white Stilton.
No. Why?
I don't know. I just was trying to think. I'll try and guess what he's going to say. I'll try and but obviously, I'm just like way out. Red Leicester.
Now, hear me out. And that's what a lot of people say. Red Leicester. It comes across as a quite
lardy.
Yeah, well, it's quite a bog standard. It's something you'd see in the supermarkets and something you used to put on cheese on toast almost, when you were a young kid. But I've got one called Red Fox Red Leicester, and it's that good. It is that good. And this again is where the snobbery bit comes in. Is when I'm putting together a cheese board. And people say, that cheese board, how many people? And I'll usually as I'm putting the board together, I'll say, well, this is this, and this, and I'm going to put some Red Leicester on there. And the amount of people would say, I don't want any Red Leicester, you can pick that up in Asda. There's a massive difference between the Red Leicester I have and the Red Leicester that Asda have. Even to the point now where a lot of my wine tasting evenings, which obviously we do about six to eight wines, I always pair a wine with a cheese. And I don't tell people, but the final wine and the final cheese, the final wine is usually a Grand Reserve, but the cheese is...
Grand Reserve?
Grand Reserve, yeah. Well, by that time, your taste buds have taken hammering and they need something to get through there. And so, this Red Leicester, if I don't tell them, they are all over it because it is a delicious... Got little salt crystals in there, loads of flavour about it, intensity, a sweetness there. But as soon as you say Red Leicester, people just go, oh no. But that would be fine.
Well, I just find Red Leicester, so I haven't tried Red Fox, but I always find it tastes a little bit lardy. It's just not, it's just it's like a lump of lard. It just doesn't do it for me.
I still think I've ever heard a cheese described as larder. I'm going to use that in my next tasting, John. Yeah, have this lardy Red Leicester.
I'm sure that will sort of encourage people to taste it.
I will make sure. Next time we come. Next time I visit.
Is it just me, or does this taste like lard?
No. Next time I visit, John, I shall bring some Red Fox Red Leicester. You will not be disappointed.
Right. Okay. Right.
Scores.
Oh, good grief! Your glass has gone.
Yeah,
well, not your glass. I mean the contents.
I've sucked it.
Okay.
Okay.
That probably demonstrates the difference between how much we like it. Yeah.
And maybe I'm just sometimes you're fighting to find what's there. Sometimes it's just delicious, isn't it? So score-wise, for me, I'm gonna £9. Meh, it's not there this way or that way. So I am going to. I know what I'm going to do. It's going to be a that amount. If you can see that, yep.
I'm going for 77.
John, close. I did 78.
Did you?
I did 78. I think it's not.
I was actually bobbing between 76 and 78, and I thought, I was going for 77 in the middle. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was. It's not a horrible wine. It's £9. I just know during our career here, we've tasted it a lot better, and it wasn't really holding up to a Merlot kind of standard for me. But as I said at the beginning, I wouldn't be embarrassed to serve that.
And one of the other reasons I didn't go 78 was actually the last. Let me look at the because Errazuriz, thank you, was actually 78. So I didn't want to be too consistent.
Well, there we go. Well, I mean, that's them being consistent, isn't it? They're consistent.
I suppose so, but you think they'd want to raise the bar a bit.
You think that? But I don't know, consistent 78, they're getting away with it, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a nice table wine for me. An everyday wine, perhaps, is another way of putting it. Would you say a little bit more than everyday?
I'd say a bit better than a table wine. It's just but not many points above it, but yeah, better than a table wine. Because the table wine is just a sloshing kind of wine, but I've still got something about it.
But I think the real key is that we both have tasted something for £9 or less.
Yes.
That has got a lot more going for it.
Yeah.
So on that basis, would I buy another bottle? No, because there's actually bottles that are actually cheaper that I've enjoyed more. Yeah. And that's partly personal preference.
Of course it is, but there are others out there. Yeah. And this is why we do this, John. Again, we say a lot, but we're doing this for you guys.
Yeah, we take the pain for you guys.
We're on the score that's 78. What we're doing. But no, all in all, not a bad wine.
Excellent. Okay. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends about us. And if you get a chance to comment about what you think of the wine, if you get to taste this wine, what you'd like to pair with it, then please let us know. We'd be really interested to hear. We try and answer every comment that comes along. So, guys, until the next time when we may be tasting a Merlot, a Shiraz.
Could be anything, John.
Zinfandel. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see you there. Until then, guys, chin chin.
Chin chin.